Today on Another World.
Want to talk about it?
No. No, not really. Your being here helps a lot.
Well, where do you want to go?
My apartment's upstairs.
I can't give you the lifestyle that Jordan has given you, but I can care for you. I can protect you. I can love you, Blaine.
No, Joy, that's not the life I want. I really do want what Jordan can give me.
And what's that, another black eye?
People are fascinated by a man of mystery.
You should be careful, Mrs. Fran. You shouldn't make me more interesting than I really am. It's a sure way to be disappointed.
No, I don't think that you disappoint me.
And now, the continuing story of Another World.
Come.
You free, Mac?
Oh, yes, come in. I wanted to ask you something anyway.
Well, if it's about the memoirs, I've got several chapters edited.
No, I want to ask you about Jamie.
Jamie?
Yeah, isn't he here this morning?
Yes, I presume so. Have you checked with his office?
I looked at his office. The lights are on, but nobody's seen him.
Well, he must be around here someplace. Is there a problem?
Well, not really. I mean, nothing that can't be straightened out. I wanted to go over the budget with him.
Budget?
Yes, he insisted on taking it last night. I asked him to take a few days over it, but this morning I found it here on my desk. He must have worked all night on it.
Yeah, he probably did.
You mean you don't know?
Mac, I didn't want to tell you.
You want to tell me what?
Jamie didn't come home last night. I've been worried sick about him. I didn't know who to call or what to do.
Why didn't you call me?
Well, what would be the sense in having both of us sitting up all night worried about him? Besides, it was all my fault anyway.
How do you figure that?
Well, you know how hard he's been working lately, right? So I thought that I'd surprise him by taking him out to dinner. We could have a nice, relaxing evening together.
Sure, that would have been the best thing in the world for him.
Well, that's what I thought, too. But, well, he did come home. But he said he didn't have enough time to go out. And I didn't have anything prepared. So he just went right back here to work.
Well, anyway, it's not your fault. You're trying to take care of him.
Honestly, Mac, I am trying, but sometimes he just won't let me.
That's not surprising. He always wants to do everything for himself.
Well, you know he's only trying to prove himself to you.
But he's already done that many times over. I don't understand why he doesn't know it. When he works hard like this, it's just counterproductive. I mean, there are many more mistakes made when one is overtired. I suppose if he was up all night, that is the reason for the errors in the budget.
Errors?
Well, yes, he just hasn't thought things through. And as tired as he was, how could he?
Well, yeah, I suppose you're right. Mac, I'm going to try my best to get him just to calm down a little bit, okay? Slow down, but I can't promise that I'll be successful. But I'm not going to give up.
Thank you. Anyway, I just wonder where he could be now.
Maybe he went home to get some sleep.
Feel okay?
Yeah, sure, fine.
You look so tired.
Yeah, well, I'm a little tired. I was up all night working on a report for Mac. I went home to change.
Well, what's so important that you couldn't go to bed and get some sleep?
Well, it was a budget report, and it was very important that I get it to him today.
Look, Mac doesn't want you to weigh yourself out. You're no good to him sick, you know.
No, I'm not going to get sick.
You feel very feverish.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. All I need is a good night's sleep, really.
Well, listen, why don't you go home early tonight and go to bed and sleep late tomorrow, Saturday?
I can't tomorrow.
Why can't you?
I've got to go to the dockside tomorrow.
The dockside on Saturday?
Yeah, well, the accidents may have stopped since what happened to me, but we're still behind schedule. And so we're bringing in extra crews on the weekends to try and catch up, and I'm in charge of everything to see if it goes okay.
Yeah, well, you go home early and go to bed and sleep late and go in later in the day,
all
right?
right? I'll try, and I promise that I'll get a good night's sleep tonight.
Okay.
Hey, how about that complimentary cup of coffee? Huh?
Sandy.
Hi, Liz.
Ah, you look as if you might have a problem.
Yeah, well, Pat asked me to get these contracts notarized. I don't even know where to begin.
Well, there is absolutely nothing more simple. You take it down to legal. Kathy Manger's down there, Mr. Conklin's secretary, the notary. You tell her what you need. It will be all taken care of.
And that's all there is to it?
That's all there is to it.
One more molehill overcome, thanks to you, Liz.
Oh, come up and see me anytime. Jim, how long have you been there?
I just got here.
You know Sandy Alexander? He's the young man who rescued Jamie Frame in that accident down at the docks.
I've never had the pleasure.
And this is Jim Matthews, among other things, the father of Pat Randolph.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Same to you.
Well, I better get going. Thanks again, Liz. Excuse me.
Well, Jim, what brings you to the complex this morning?
I want to talk to you.
About what?
I think we should discuss what happened last night.
Jamie, I hate to see your mother and you doing this to each other.
Yeah, well, I hate it too. But this problem is going to continue as long as Mom continues hating Cecile.
Well, it might be a long time before she comes around.
Yeah, right.
How are you and Cecile getting along?
Fine. Yeah. I mean, we haven't been seeing much of each other because of my hours.
Well, that's not too good for your relationship, is it?
What am I supposed to do, Grandma? I have all this work to do, never enough time. Anyway, Cecile understands.
She does?
Yes, she knows how much I have to do.
Well, how long do you think she'll go on understanding?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, I mean, how long do you think you're going to be able to neglect her by working all these strange hours?
I touch base with her all the time.
Honey, there's more to marriage than touching base. I mean, you have to spend time with her.
I know, I will. As soon as I get some of this work cleared up.
Well, don't wait too long, okay, if you want this marriage to last. Excuse me, sweetheart. Fair.
Hi, Mom. Are you busy?
Oh. Hi. Well, I'm just getting ready to open the shop. What can I do for you?
Well, I just needed somebody to talk to.
What about?
It's Jamie. I haven't heard from him in over a week, and I'm worried.
Oh, Jamie. He's right here.
He's there?
Jamie is right here.
Well, why isn't he at work? Is he all right?
Well, why don't you ask him yourself? Jamie? It's your mother. She wants to talk to you.
What?
Your mother wants to talk to you.
My mother, I don't want to talk to her. Not now. I don't.
Now, Jamie, listen to me. You keep telling me that you want your mother to understand where you're at. Now, why don't you get the ball rolling?
I can't. I've got to go.
Jamie?
But I think, with just a little bit more work, you could fix it up right away.
They're very good comments.
Well, thank you, Mac.
It was a very good decision I made when I asked you to help edit these. You've really done a beautiful job.
It's been my pleasure, really.
You sure it's not taking too much of your time?
No, not at all. I have plenty of time for you.
Well, I don't know how you do it. You always seem to keep on top of everything.
I guess I just learned early on how to organize my time.
That's a lesson everybody should learn.
It does make work a little easier.
Say, what about Sandy Alexander? Has he been able to give you a hand?
Well, I haven't asked him. Pat's been so swamped that I just thought that really she needed more of the help, at least for now.
You do realize I hired him to assist both of you.
Oh, I know that. But, I think Pat really needs his help right now. And if she can ever get her work done, well, then it'll be especially helpful to everybody, namely Jamie.
So tell me, what do you think of Sandy Alexander?
Well, he seems nice enough. Although, like I said, I really haven't had a chance to get to know him.
The more I'm around him, the more impressed I am by him.
Really?
Yes, he spent some time at the house there. We had some very good conversations.
Oh, like, what did he have to say?
Well, he's very close-mouthed about his past. And that makes me think his childhood wasn't the happiest.
Oh. What else?
Well, as I say, very little, except I don't think he's had a very easy time of it. And yet he's turned out to be such a fine young man. His feet very solid on the ground. You know, it's funny. I have this feeling that I want to help him in some way. I guess try to make up for the rough times that he's been through before. Aside from the fact that, of course, because of what happened at the dock, I owe him more than I can ever repay.
Yeah, so do I. He saved my husband's life.
I just wish there was something more that we could do for him.
Well, what do you have in mind?
I really don't know, Cecile. I just wish there was some way that we could help get his life here in Bay City off to a good start. You know, it's not easy coming to a new city, not knowing a soul.
I know, it can be very difficult.
I just wish we could do something, but I'm not in a position to do it. What he needs is people his own age. He needs friends, companions.
Wait a second.
What is it? What are you thinking?
I've got an idea.
What is it?
Well, Jamie and I are having a little dinner party tonight.
Yeah?
What about inviting Sandy to it? Do you think it'd be appropriate?
I not only think it'd be appropriate, I think it'd be extremely kind of you.
Last night? What about it?
The way you set yourself up as the Bay City matchmaker.
Oh, I didn't know such thing.
Then you didn't plan that Russ should sit next to Olivia and Rick next to Marianne. It just happened all by itself?
Well, for heaven's sake, I just thought everybody'd be more comfortable.
And you didn't maneuver the conversation around to marriage?
It just came up.
Well, I don't think that Marianne and Rick were very comfortable with that conversation.
Why not? I'm sure they've talked about it before.
Yes, I am sure, too. In private.
Was I that obvious, really?
Well, I think they might have picked up a clue.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look, I know you meant well.
I did. You know, Rick is just such a nice young man, and he'd be absolutely perfect for Marianne.
But that's not for you to decide.
Well, how can I not talk about it if I just feel it's so right?
Just try, okay? And I want you to make me a promise.
What kind of promise?
That you won't become involved in anyone else's life except one person's.
Whose?
Mine.
Yours?
That's right. You can become involved as much as you like in my life. As a matter of fact, I hope you'll become involved a lot.
Jim, you're embarrassing me.
Well, I don't mean to do that.
You're not mad at me?
No, not mad. I'm just concerned that you might be stepping on toes you don't mean to. But I think we've got that settled, right?
Right.
Want a membership?
No.
How are you doing?
Fine.
What are you doing here?
I was over at my grandmother's place, and I thought I'd check this place out.
Well, we could find a program for you if you're interested.
No, I'm not interested. In fact, I better be getting back to work.
Jamie, I spoke to Rachel yesterday.
Yeah,
Do you know how upset she is with what's happening between the two of you?
I'm sure she is.
Well, she's concerned about you.
Look, I don't want to talk about my mother,
Right. Well,
especially with you.
I'm just telling you how she feels.
I know how she feels.
Well, if you did, you'd go see her and talk to
Look,
her.
why don't you just butt out of something that's none of your business, Blake?
You're right. It's none of my business. I'd just like to see the two of you together, just trying to help.
Help? Well, haven't you helped my mother enough already?
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Your obsession with my mother almost destroyed her and her marriage. Now that you're back, what are you going to do? Are you going to try to move right back into her life? Is that what you're trying to do?
Look, why don't you go sleep it off, and when you wake up, why don't you think about what I told you?
I don't have to think about anything where you're concerned, Blake. Just keep away from me, okay?
Oh, Jamie.
Oh, hi, Alice.
Oh, Sandy, there you have been looking all over for you.
I've been around. What can I do for you?
Well, nothing in terms of work.
Then what?
Well, you know, We've never had time to really get to know each other, to talk.
I wasn't aware that you wanted to.
Well, of course I did. After all, you are my assistant.
And Pat's.
Of course. And I think that we could have a much better working relationship if we got to know each other. Don't you?
Oh, well, I guess I hadn't really given it much thought.
Well, it's true. It's much more pleasant to work with people who you know. Listen, do you have a few minutes?
For what?
Well, I thought if we could get acquainted.
I don't really know if I have the time.
Oh, nonsense. I know that Pat's out of the complex, and since I am your other boss, I can guarantee you that you won't get in trouble.
Yeah, well, since you put it that way, sure.
Okay, please, sit down. And let me get you some coffee.
No, that's okay, really.
Oh, please, let me do this for you.
You know, I think that as your assistant, I should be getting the coffee.
Maybe when you get to know me better, you'll realize that's not how I operate. Sugar?
No, black, please.
I'd like to think of us as members of the same team.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, there's nothing much to tell. Nothing that's interesting, anyway.
Well, I find that hard to believe.
It's true nonetheless.
Oh, I see. The strong, silent type.
No, not really.
Well, look, I'll tell you what I know about you. You came from California originally, and you've been in Bay City a few weeks. And you saved my husband's life. Now, there seems to be a gap between there.
True, but, like I said, it's nothing worth repeating.
It's true.
What's that?
That, people are fascinated by a man of mystery.
You should be careful, Mrs. Fran. You shouldn't make me more interesting than I really am. It's a sure way to be disappointed.
No, I don't think that you disappoint me. You know, there is something that I would like to ask you.
Sure, what?
My husband and I are giving a little dinner party tonight, and we'd both like you to come.
And do what?
Be our guest, of course. And you can bring a date if you'd like.
That's very nice, Mrs. Frame, but I really don't think so.
Oh, but it would be wonderful for you. You could meet a lot of the people that you're going to be working with, and, well, I know how difficult it can be being new in a big city.
I'm managing all right.
Jamie and I would be very happy if you would join us. Please say that you will.
Well, all right, if you're sure.
I'm positive. Our place, the Bayview Towers, at 7.
Fine. And, thank you.
My pleasure. Sandy?
Yeah?
If you have a few minutes later, would you please come to my office? There are some things that I'd like you to do for me.
Yeah, sure.
What was that all about? I didn't know you and Jamie were friends.
We're not, obviously.
Well, he came to see you.
No, actually, he just dropped in. I probably should have kept my mouth shut.
Well, what are you talking about?
It's nothing. Nothing. Something I should have stayed out of.
Mitch, you're not making a great deal of sense. You know that.
Yes, I know that. I know that. So just forget it. You didn't join up here. Listen to me rave on.
No, but you're not raving, and I am interested. Besides, Jamie's family. Practically family.
It was just a matter of I was trying to patch up something between Jamie and Rachel.
Why, what's happened?
They had a fight.
Jamie and Rachel do not fight.
Well, they might not, but they did this time.
What about?
About his marriage.
Oh, well, Rachel's never been particularly tolerant of Jamie's girlfriends, to say nothing of his wives.
Well, she's upset about this one anyway, and neither one of them's giving an inch.
Oh, I see. So you talked to Jamie and tried to patch things up between them.
I tried, but it didn't turn out to be such a good idea.
I'm sure that Jamie was just angry with his mother. Knowing Rachel, she probably gave him a very rough time about his marriage, and, well, you probably seemed like an emissary from the enemy camp.
I don't think I brought them any closer together, that's for sure.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
I don't know what it is. Maybe my timing is off.
Somehow I can't imagine your timing ever being off.
I think you're wasting your talents as a nurse.
How's that?
I think you have the makings of a first-rate diplomat.
Well, can you take another piece of advice?
Look, why not? If I can give it, I certainly should be able to take it.
Why don't you concentrate on thinking about yourself a little more? Having a good time for yourself.
Do you have any suggestions?
Oh, lots.
I'm listening.
I'm free tonight.
Is that an offer?
No, just a statement.
All right, well, perhaps we could get together tonight.
Perhaps we might even have a good time.
Oh, Melissa.
Uh-oh. Did you forget about our lunch date?
No, I didn't forget. I just didn't realize it was this late.
Ah, well, you must be having fun.
You know, a semi-trained monkey could do what I'm doing.
You'll start sounding like a real employee. Complain, complain, complain. Listen, I'm starving. Can we go have lunch?
You know, this has been a very strange day so far.
Okay. Why?
Well, every time I turn around, I'm hit with a new surprise.
Well, takes a lot to surprise you, Sandy, so what gives?
Well, you remember I told you about Cecile Frame, Jamie's new wife?
Yeah, she's one of your bosses.
Yeah, and she's never given me the time of day. Well, she walks in here this morning, and she's as nice as you please.
Ooh, what did she want?
Well, she said she wanted to talk to me about getting to know each other. She thought it might improve our working relationship.
Ooh, well, now that is a surprise.
She said I might be very interesting. A man of mystery is how she described me.
Ooh, well, just think of how interesting she might think you are if she really knew about your background.
Very funny.
I'm sorry. What else did she say?
Well, she invited me and a date to her penthouse for a small, intimate dinner.
Ah, intimate, huh? What's this all about?
Look, it beats me, but, you know, I kind of want to go. It sounds really intriguing.
Well, I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Why not? None of Elsa's people are going to be there.
No, that's not really what I'm talking about.
Well, what then?
Well, you're getting real close to the Corey family. I'm not so sure that that's such a good idea.
Hey, that's why I came to Bay City, Melissa.
Yeah, I know that. Still, I mean, you could get hurt.
Look, why don't you put away your mother hen costume for a while and be my date tonight?
Me? Oh, no, Sandy, I really don't think that we should be seen together.
Hey, come on, relax. You work with Joey, right? And I live with the guy. So it's only logical that the two of us would know each other, right?
Yeah. But still,
Besides, you may even have a good time.
Sounds more like doing penance.
Oh, come on, it'll be okay. You know, I also want to get your impressions. You're usually dead on about this sort of stuff.
Oh, I thought this was going to be a fun evening.
It will be.
Okay. What do you want me looking for?
Well, I'd like for you to watch Mac's son and his new wife.
Okay. Well, that shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah. You know, I also heard a rumor that's kind of fascinating.
Ooh, what? Tell me. What's that?
Well, it seems that Jamie Frame worked all night last night, and Cecile hasn't seen him since.
Uh-oh. And you say they're newlyweds.
Yeah.
Well, this dinner may turn out to be more interesting than I thought.
Hi. You seem kind of down. What's the matter?
I've had it with this place. I decided to quit.
That's the way you feel, then I think that's what you should do.
Well, how else can I feel? I mean, it's one thing to fix a blackjack game. You know, and that I couldn't stand doing. But Jordan and his bosses are capable of things a lot more dangerous, Blaine. These guys are killers.
There's absolutely no way of proving that, Joe.
No, not in a court of law, no. But you know they're guilty. I know they're guilty.
Please, Don't even say it, okay?
Blaine, what is it going to take to convince you that Jordan is a killer? I mean, you know he was responsible for Jerry's accident, right? Why don't you come with me? Forget the connection, forget the arena, forget Jordan before it's too late, all right? Come on.
No, Joey.
Why not?
I don't want to leave.
I don't believe you.
Okay, I guess that's your right.
Blaine, there's no way that you can convince me that you love Jordan.
I love the life I'm able to live.
Oh, Blaine, come on, with the houses, the clothes, the fancy jewelry. What good is it if you're afraid every minute of your life?
I'm not afraid. Jordan loves me.
And do you love him? Really?
I already told you that I did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You told me that you love your lifestyle. There's a big difference, Blaine.
Joey, look, it took me a long time to get where I am. I can't just throw it away. I'd be a fool to do that.
Blaine, you're a fool if you stay. Come on.
Okay, fine, then just don't waste your time with the fool, all right?
Wait. Listen. I can't give you the lifestyle that Jordan has given you. But I can care for you. I can protect you. I can love you, Blaine.
No, Joey, that's not the life I want. I really do want what Jordan can give me.
And what's that, another black eye?
It's a small price to pay for something like this.
There's no way to convince you, is there?
No, Joey, there isn't.
Well, I'm not going to stick around and watch you destroy your life. I care for you too much. I love you, Blaine.
Well, don't. Jordan is the only man I'll ever be able to love. I'm so sorry, Joey. I love you, too.
I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to call you.
It's all right. Sit down.
Thank you.
You're here to see Matthew, right?
Well, maybe later.
Okay, what's up?
I wanted to talk to you. Actually, I wanted to make an apology to you.
Apology about what?
Well, I knew how upset you were over the fight that you and Jamie had.
Yes?
And I thought maybe if an impartial observer talked to him and let him know how concerned you were about your differences.
You went over to see Jamie?
No, I didn't go over and see him. Actually, he came by the sporting life. I ran into him there, but I'm afraid that I blew it.
What happened?
Well, for a starter, Jamie doesn't see me as an impartial observer.
No, I'm afraid he wouldn't.
And I think the result of our conversation was, well, I accomplished nothing. As a matter of fact, I might have only aggravated the situation.
I don't think you could.
Well, I'm sorry. I wish it would have turned out otherwise.
Listen, I really appreciate the thought. It was a very sweet thought. Thank you.
Well, I've just become aware how important are relationships between parents and their kids, and the way that you have allowed me to have the time with Matthew. I appreciate that, and I was just trying to repay the favor.
You're the first person who's taken my side in all of this.
Why is that?
Oh, I've been accused of meddling, and if I were absolutely honest, as long as Jamie's welfare is in jeopardy, I will continue to be guilty of that.
Well, I can't see that there's anything wrong with being concerned.
Well, I appreciate hearing somebody else say that.
There's something else.
What?
I know that Jamie is upset about what's been going on. I can see that he's tense and he's uptight. But I'm just wondering if there is some other problem that might be affecting him.
I'm sure there is.
Do you know what it is?
Probably his new wife.
Do you like skiing?
Yes, I adore it.
Park City has become very popular.
Park City?
Utah. It's become the winter playground for the beautiful people.
And Cecile, you'd fit right in there.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. You're very sweet. Would you two please excuse me for just a moment?
Of course.
Okay. Now, you tell me, Melissa, why was I invited here?
Got me. There's a reason.
Yeah, but why? It just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, well, maybe not to you. But I have a feeling that Cecile Frame has a reason for everything she does.
He left that long ago? Oh, I see. No. I'm sure he just decided to do some business on the way home. Yeah, thanks a lot. I'm sure he'll be back soon. Thanks, bye. I hope that you're not absolutely starved. My husband's been detained at work, and I really don't want to start dinner until he's here.
No, of course. We're fine, really.
Oh, well, thanks for being so patient.
You know, I dread having to sit down at that table and make conversation.
No. Don't worry, there's not going to be any problem. I mean, that's one thing that Ilsa taught us how to do.
Yeah, but, you know, it doesn't exactly fit in with the Sandy Alexander image. Dock worker and office boy.
Well, I am not at all worried about you on that score. You always manage to find just the right thing to say.
Oh, Jamie, I was so worried about you.
I got tied up.
I'm telling you, this husband of mine's a workaholic. He just about never stops.
Cecile, I need to talk to you alone.
Jamie, can it wait? I've had enough trouble trying to entertain everybody.
Please.
Well, all right, hurry up. Dinner's already late.
Cecile, I've got to be alone tonight. I cannot deal with all this.
What do you want me to do, send everybody home?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's exactly what I want you to do. Yes, send them all home. Any excuse. Tell them I'm sick. Anything. Just, I can't deal with it tonight.
I can't do that.
Cecile, this is very important to me.
Well, this is very important to me, too. It's my very first party as your wife. I want it to be perfect. And I promise you it won't be a late evening.
Okay, I'm going to try. For you. I'm not going to guarantee you'll be a great host, though.
Oh, you will be. You always are.
Sorry I'm late, everybody.
I knew he'd join us eventually.
You've really been putting in a lot of hours at the complex.
Yeah, well, apparently not enough. I always seem to get further behind.
I suppose Mac's been hard on you because of the O'Connor book.
What about it?
But if I'm not mistaken, you pushed pretty hard for that book, didn't you?
Yeah, well, it's a fine book.
But no one's buying it.
Well, maybe that's because your department isn't doing an adequate job of advertising it.
What do you mean? It was a terrific campaign. No amount of advertising in the world is going to sell a bad book.
No, I think the advertising was terrible. In fact, I think it cheapened the book.
Jamie, please, let's not talk shop.
I'd really like you to explain that remark.
Jamie, please. Please.
So, what's this all about?
I don't want to work here anymore. I'm quitting.
You get another job offer? Well, maybe we can work something out.
No, it's not another job. I just don't want to work for you anymore.
Why?
I don't like the way you do business.
Look, I don't like anybody telling me how to run my business.
I'm just telling you like I say it.
We have a lot of money and time invested in you, Perrine. The company's not going to like you just up and quitting like this. Is this the way you repay your friends for all they've done for you?
I don't owe anybody anything. I worked very hard for you. Here's the keys to the office. My tuxedos are inside. In the closet.
Joey, you can't walk out like this. Nobody walks out on me.
You want to bet?
Hi, Sandy.
Thought I might find you here.
What happened? Did Cecile send you over here to take me home?
No, I came on my own.
Why?
I don't know. I was just worried about you.
I guess I made a rather dramatic exit back there. I don't know what happened to me. Edgar started in on me about that book, and I just couldn't
handle it anymore. Yeah, well, that happens sometimes.
Like I said, I'm sorry.
It's no problem for me. I imagine your wife is a little upset.
Yeah, I bet. Leaving her with a whole house full of people.
Well, she's a strong lady. She'll survive.
I wish I were as strong.
What's that supposed to mean?
You ever wanted to prove yourself to someone?
You're talking about your stepfather, right? Hey, well, look, it's only natural to want to make your father proud of you, live up to his expectations.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going through now. I'm trying to prove myself to him. I'm trying to let him know that he made the right decision.
A right decision about what?
He's named me to succeed him as head of Corey Publishing.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me either. I just don't want to let him down.
Are you?
I don't know. I'm making a lot of mistakes lately.
Yeah, well, maybe you're trying too hard.
Yeah, but there's so much to do. I've got the newspaper on my hands. I've got the docs. I've got Brava. All important to the company.
I guess a new marriage kind of complicates things a little further, huh?
Well, my mother's reaction to the marriage complicates the situation. It's just one more thing I have to worry about.
I got to know Rachel pretty well when I was living at the house. My guess is that she'll come around eventually. I mean, it's obvious that she loves you very much.
I love her, too. I just wish I knew what I was supposed to do.
I may be stepping out of line saying this.
What? Tell me.
Oh, man, I think you've got to get your priorities straightened out. It's obvious you're not going to get anything done here tonight. Man, you're exhausted. Your nerves are shot.
No, hey.
And you've also got a wife at home who's probably worried to death about you. I think the first order of business is for you to get out of here.
What about all this stuff I
have to wait?
Yeah. I suppose you're right. Yeah. Maybe that's exactly what I'll do. Thanks for listening.
Hey, man, anytime.
There you are. I was afraid you were going to stand me up.
No, I wouldn't do that to you. I'm sorry I had to take care of something.
Did you?
As best as I could, which isn't saying that much.
You're still upset, aren't you? Want to talk about it?
No, not really. Your being here helps a lot.
Oh, where do you want to go?
Well, my apartment's upstairs.
I'm sorry, Cecile.
So am I.
I guess I just forgot about the party.
I know that I told you
I know
about
you
it.
did. I just, have about 1,000 things on my mind at once.
You know, Jamie, I would never have had the party if you didn't want it.
No.
I didn't mean to upset
No,
you.
I'm the one who should be apologizing. I guess I wasn't such a great host, Edgar.
Oh, everybody understands the pressure that you're under.
I'm so lucky to have you for my wife. I don't think I could make it without you.
Glad that you're here.
I'm happy to be here. Mitch. What's wrong?
It's nothing. I'm sorry.
Oh, Mitch. Talk to me. Talk to me. Tell me.
It's all
tell me
right. I
what's
just
happening.
think I want to be alone.
Well, sure. Will you be okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Take care of yourself.
Rachel.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.